I'm Haylee, your host.
I'm Garce, your host roommate.
And I'm Daniel Morris, your news anchor.
And this is Don't Stay Too Long. Welcome back to the Don't Stay Too Long podcast. This is episode 3. This week we have our first guest, Arnez Rodriquez. Yep. Black man. First black man on the podcast. First one. We got Arnez before we got Obama. We are moving in the right direction. Obama will be on in the future, so just stay tuned. Obama will be here, I promise. So, we're going to start with the quick Q&A for Arnez. So, question number 1. What is your favorite shape of noodle, like to eat?
My favorite shape of noodle?
Yeah, what's the best?
Like pasta.
Yeah.
Oh, pasta? Oh, wait a minute. I wasn't prepared for this.
You gotta be prepared.
I'm trying to think. I really like shells.
Shells, yeah.
Shells are gas.
That's a solid answer, I feel like.
I actually don't like shells.
I actually don't like
You, Daniel, I did.
Yeah.
No, shells are gas. Especially if you get like the really big ones and you make stuffed shells.
Oh, yeah.
Gas.
Stuffed shells.
I like
Yes.
the bigger shells.
What's the best Minecraft wood?
The best Minecraft wood, either dark oak or birch. Actually, wait. Dark oak, cherry blossom.
Okay, this isn't one of the quick
Exactly.
Q&A questions, but we answered this last time. What's your favorite Minecraft door?
My favorite Minecraft door?
Yeah.
I love the birch door. I don't care. The birch door is kind of gas.
Yep.
I'll give it to you.
I use the birch doors as my front door. I use the dark oak doors as my indoor doors because they're inside doors.
That or spruce doors.
Spruce
are
doors,
gas.
spruce doors are good because they have the
I like
hinges.
spruce doors.
Those do eat too.
Spruce doors, fire. Top tier.
Love
Okay.
birch doors.
All right, and then what part of the door do you see yourself as?
What part of the door?
She's the door itself because she's built like one. Daniel's the gudgeon, and then I
You were the frame. Still not part of a door. I stand by
Neither
that
is a gudge
statement.
again. It's part of the hinge.
Yeah, because you put that on the door. The door's not attached to...
It's called a door frame. It literally has door in the word.
Okay, when you say, what's your favorite part of the picture, you say the picture with, like, or the part with me in it. You don't say the picture frame's my favorite part of a picture.
It could be. Dude, some frames
You've
go
never
hard.
seen
Some
a
frames are
super
gas.
frame.
Go hard.
That frame is really cool.
But that's not what you
frames are
look
gas,
at. You look at the picture.
No,
That has a cool frame.
I bought stuff just for the frame.
Real.
When you go buy a picture frame.
That's why my bedroom at home is #aesthetic and yours is a basement.
Everyone pointed
love
him
you.
and call him a basement.
Yeah, you
dweller.
basement dweller. Okay, what part of the
very
door
funny.
are you, Arnez?
What part of the door? Either.
There's one right there for reference.
I look at the door for
Hey, for our podcast viewers, there is a door attached to the wall in our room.
There's like 4 doors. Dude, we have a 4-door room. Like having a 4-door car is kind of a flex sometimes.
We have a 4-door room.
I have seen some 2-door cars. It's kind of weird.
My dad
It's
used to
like-
drive a 2-door car.
What's the
Now my
point?
dad has no car because his engine overheated.
Oh, that's funny. Why would you have a 2-door car? It's like, that defeats the purpose of the car.
Well, some people like to lift the
My
seats
mom is
forward
calling.
and crawl in.
You want to say hi to my mom?
Hi, Grace's mom.
Hello.
Here's a list of the people in this room. We got Haylee, Daniel, Hui, Arnez,
Yo.
and your boy.
And Chaperone.
And Chapel Room. We got
and Weezer. And Tyler the Creator. And Nelson.
And the door.
I told Grandma I'd come up and do her toes.
To answer the door question, the hinges.
Breaking news. Hurricane Pookie Pie is rolling in through southern Europe and the west coast USA. For the weather, we have Wednesday, you expect a 3.14159 temperate rainforest. Thursday, 61, partly cloudy. Friday, 62, partly cloudy. Sunday, 63, partly cloudy. Sunday, 64, partly cloudy. Monday, 1,180, volcanic mix. And Tuesday, 2.4 million degrees, heat death of the universe. Back to you.
Thank you, Daniel. Anyway, I'm going to let Arnez introduce the first topic he wants to talk about because we let him pick the topics for today's episode. So, yeah.
God bless. Alright, it's my turn. Minecraft.
I am Steve.
I remember seeing the trailer for the first time.
What a tool bag.
Oh my god.
And I remember when they first announced the Minecraft movie, and I was very confused. I was like, okay, it looks like a YouTube parody.
Yeah, it does.
So
Dude, have you seen the llama? What the llama looks
yes.
like?
Have you seen the sheep?
You know what would be
Yeah.
crazy?
I
Is
don't-
if they've made it a musical and played all the Minecraft parodies.
Oh lord.
That would be crazy.
I don't mind the llama and the sheep. Like,
That is
It
a
is-
crazy take.
it's a
That
little
is a
it's
crazy
it's a
thing.
little odd, but I think it's kind of endearing.
No,
I think
I feel like the movie
the
should've been
main
animated.
problem is
I-
just the real people.
Yes.
Yeah,
I
maybe
think
should've
that
been
I think that
if it was animated, it would have been.
if it was
Better?
animated, it would have been okay. And if Minecraft actually looked like Minecraft, cool.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of like how the old Sonic movie looked before they changed the design of Sonic. The entire thing is strange. Video game movies as a whole are just kind of they're weird. 'Cause,
Yeah.
like
Almost. Jack Black as Steve is crazy.
Jack Black as Steve is insanity.
It's crazy.
Honestly,
That's insane work.
I think I'd be more down if Minecraft was played by if
Steve.
Steve. I think I'd be more down for the Minecraft movie if Steve was played by Danny DeVito. Like
What?
That would be so.
he's got the Steve build.
Yeah.
Honestly, I would make a better Steve. I think.
Gas take.
What if it was Chris Pratt?
Ew. Shut up. You know what? Let's talk about Chris Pratt for a second. There's no reason this man should be in every anime ever.
Real.
Now, I'm not gonna lie. Mario movie was kind of gas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll give him that. Mario movie was kind of gas. Missing the accent a little bit, but
Yeah.
low key, I can get behind it. Why before the movie came out, everybody hated on it because it's like he doesn't have the classic Mario accent. But Mario is also from what is it, Brooklyn?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
like, he's an Italian man who grew up in Brooklyn, who's made by a Japanese man.
Yeah.
Come on now, like.
I do think the Mario movie did a really good job of like easing you into like this
Yeah.
is what he sounds like.
Yeah.
With, like the sort of like ad.
Yeah, definitely. And it's like in the Mario movie, it was a good movie.
It
I feel
was.
like that also backed it up, is because like if the movie would have sucked, then everybody would just hate Chris Pratt.
Yeah.
I
for
saw it
fucking
in theaters, and I was so happy I saw it in theaters. I really enjoyed it.
I watched it illegally in my basement.
That's strange because I also watched the movie in your basement.
What?
You just weren't there.
Oh, real? It was a good movie. Now him voicing Garfield, no.
Yeah.
No.
No.
I haven't seen
Absolutely.
it, and I don't think I'm gonna watch it.
I don't think you want. It's
I don't
literally
think I
just
wanna
Chris
watch it.
Pratt.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't change his voice at all.
It's like
What else?
I honestly don't know if I'm gonna leave this in, but it's like kind of giving furry vibes, Garfield.
keep that in.
I don't know if I
Yes.
can, but I might.
I will say, Chris Pratt in the Lego movie though,
Chris Pratt in the
Top
Lego movie.
tier.
Gas.
Yeah.
Gas.
top
Yeah.
tier.
Yeah.
I love the Lego movie. Speaking of the Lego movie, Lego games.
Lego games. That was
Lego
so good.
games.
That was
Love
such a
Lego
good segue.
games.
Anyway,
Lego game war.
Lego games. Lego video games.
How? Okay. What? I'm trying to think because there are so many.
Yeah.
What is your guys' favorite Lego game?
I gotta say Lego Star Wars 3. The Clone
I'm gonna put it
Wars.
out there. I haven't played a Lego game in a long time.
I'm gonna go last because my take is based.
Watch your take be absolute.
Yeah.
What's your take? Because I don't really have a favorite. Because it's
I'm going to say Indiana Jones.
Hey. Which one?
That's an interesting.
I'm
one.
not sure.
Gas. Well, first one was definitely better, but you want to know what was better than both? Lego Avengers. I love Lego
I've
Avengers.
never played Avengers.
Lego Avengers, gas.
Yeah?
Absolute gas. Especially the DLC, they dropped a free Spider-Man DLC. Well, like, I think it was after Civil War dropped. Absolute gas DLC. They had like 6 Spider-Man characters. But if I had to pick a favorite, I'm not gonna lie. Lego Star Wars: The Complete Saga, gas. Especially on the Wii.
Yeah.
On the
On the
Wii.
On the Wii,
On the
classic.
I still have a Wii.
I do also have a Wii. My friend is cool.
I also have another hot Lego take, or a hot Lego game take. I had this really, I don't know if it was actual Lego, but it was like made in the style of Lego. It was this Wii game. And, okay, my dad like pirated a ton of Wii games.
Gas.
Like, totally illegal, but it's okay. It was years ago, it's fine now, it's,
It's probably not a felony.
yeah, no. Felonies like expired,
Yeah,
don't
wait till
they?
you get the cease and desist from Nintendo.
Anyway, it is a Toy Story Lego game, and you could only be Woody.
What?
It wasn't Woody. His name Woodrow.
Like Woodrow.
That makes me think it wasn't
He's gonna keep us out of war.
Woodrow is critical work.
Yeah, Woodrow is like...
Woodrow is nasty work.
Woodrow.
I think that's so strange. The only situation that I can think of where a Lego Toy Story game would exist is Lego Dimensions.
Yeah.
Lego Dimensions was one of the games of all time.
Also,
Incredible. Yeah, no,
And Lego Incredibles.
Yeah, I played this like way before Dimensions was even out. I was playing this in like 2008. Like I was like 4 playing this.
Nah, I don't know what your dad grabbed off. Woodrow is nasty. Woodrow is critical.
What?
We're talking about a knockoff.
Knockoff Lego Toy Story game. You may have played it with me. I actually no. You never.
You guys know each other.
We went
18 years.
Yeah, we went to baby school together.
They were in the womb.
Yeah, we're actually womb mates. Instead of roommates, we're roommates. Yeah, we were actually Siamese twins separated at birth.
Real. Where did he come from?
We adopted him.
Nerds.
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 Isn't that what the commercial is? Nerds.
What?
Yeah,
You don't know the
I know what you're.
commercial?
Yeah, what is it? Isn't it like banking or like?
What?
I don't know, but it literally at the end goes, nerds.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Wait, I thought you were talking about the candy nerds.
Ah, I know what you're talking about.
At least someone knows what I'm talking about.
For some reason.
It's like
We've
some
gone through
sort
this
of-
so many times. I
Yeah,
don't
no,
know
I'm pretty
commercials.
sure it's like a credit card thing because it's like something financial.
What?
Are you thinking of J.G. Wentworth?
No, 6472 now.
Okay, it's 877 cash now.
Whatever.
What?
Never-
You can get
yeah.
online.
That's the general.
Say some time. I love the general commercial.
Dude, I used to get the General and the Monopoly Man mixed up.
General and Monopoly.
Wow.
For some reason, that makes me think about Shark Boy and Llama Girl.
Best movie combo: Spy Kids, Shark Boy, and Llama Girl.
Gas. Both of those movies, CGI sucked.
yeah.
Movie amazing.
Best movie combo? Twisted Pair and Fateful Findings.
Yes, sir!
Neil Breen fights the
This was made a year ago.
Yeah, dude, no, this guy releases movies.
Just so he can star in them.
Yeah, just so he can be the star.
Why is he losing? I'm so confused right now.
Now we're watching one of his movies at a movie night.
It's our favorite
You're
movie.
so invited. It's
I'm
so
down.
fun.
I'm trying to figure out how. Why is he losing?
Current state of
Current state of DCI.
DCI. R.I.P. the cadets.
Yeah, RB. Okay, so alright,
I
so
don't
we're
know
on the
much
same
about
page.
the current state of DC.
Okay,
It's
so
bad.
DCI, you know what?
Yeah, I know what DCI is.
Okay,
I just don't know
so
the
for
current
those
state.
who don't know, watching the podcast,
Yeah.
DCI stands for Drum Corps International. It's basically professional marching band.
Yeah, it is.
And
It's
state of it currently shambles.
absolute shambles.
It's so expensive.
The shows aren't even like.
The shows aren't even. Every year it has like a gimmick now.
Yeah.
And it's getting to the point where it's like the bands aren't even trying to come up with like creative shows anymore. It's just like people are trying to follow the trends, which it makes sense, but I feel like they're following the trends in a way that it makes it just like uninteresting to watch anymore. And it's like everyone's either relying on nostalgia or current like waves
Yeah.
in order to like try and keep their band relevant, and it's super bad, especially like the thing with the cadets now,
Bankrupt.
like bankrupt, like no money on my card, like bro, it's so bad, especially as someone who I would love to do drum corps because I love marching band, but like with how many people are just like either straight up weird. There's so
Band
many
kids, am I right?
There's so
Literally
many like sexual assault cases
Yeah.
dealing with drum corps, and it's like it makes people like genuinely terrified to continue on doing marching band like during the summer or into adulthood, like early adulthood, because you age out of DCI.
Yeah.
21.
It's
if
21 or 23.
It's 21 if
Is
your
it?
birthday is after I think June
Yes.
22nd.
Yes.
It's 22. But it's like it just gets to a point where like people are genuinely terrified to do drum corps because it's like you're either getting groomed, getting assaulted, or like or like just running the risk of just dealing with like asshats. It's basically you're basically paying to get abused. Like it's terrible, and it's so sad too because like I feel like drum corps has also ruined high school marching bands in a way because
I can see that.
because so many people drum corps has gained a lot of popularity.
It has.
Well, what is drum corps? Is it just the drum line? Am I stupid?
It's just
It's percussion and brass.
Yeah.
percussion and brass.
It's percussion, trumpets, mellows, baritones, tubas.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is why you wouldn't know.
Yeah, you wouldn't know sax, boy.
Sometimes there's sometimes there's like trombone features and stuff.
I feel like this is the everyone hates me episode.
No, Daniel, I love you.
It's weird because I feel like drum corps being so popular has gotten so many kids into thinking that their high school needs to be like that, or like kids in like really small or really like underfunded band programs thinking that they need to be like
literally
thinking that they need to be like on like a BOA level with like 30 people. That's unrealistic. It's ruining marching band culture as a whole. And it sucks because drum corps can be really cool. It used to be really cool. It's just like I feel like it's peaked.
Yeah, I like going back and watching old shows.
Exactly, because like they were actually created.
That's why I don't know a lot of the new stuff because I watch old shows.
Exactly, because it's just sad to see, honestly. And it's like, yeah, some new shows are kind of gas, especially high schools. Like high schools are doing. I feel like some BOA bands are doing way better than like some drum corps right now. Like their shows are actually entertaining to watch. I went to Grand Nats last year with Dr. Bonner and Dr. Bonner, Kenna, and Griffin, and we drove 8 hours to Indianapolis.
Wow,
dang,
that was interesting. And I remember like going and the school that won Grand Nats, Avon, their show amazing.
Yeah,
it was genuinely entertaining to watch. But like there were even on like the BOA like high school level, you could tell how drum corps is affecting it because it's like 4 different bands had like concert tubas, like a concert tuba feature, but none of them did it in a way that was actually interesting. It seemed like they just kind of forced it in because it was kind of a trend at the time. Like I think one show had like strings as well, not mic'd up correctly. You couldn't even hear them.
That sucks.
Another show had like a soprano trombone in a quartet. And the soprano trombone was like the third one away from like the mic. It just blew my mind how there would these shows should be extremely detailed. And like soprano trombone is cool. It's not soprano trombone, it's piccolo trombone. My sincerest apology. It was a piccolo trombone. It can be cool. Why is it in a quartet with like 2 tenors and a bass? That doesn't make sense. It should be like its own thing. Like, it should be like its own thing. Right? Or, like, I think like 3 did like a sun show. 3 of them did like a sun-based show.
That's
one
crazy.
Of them was gas.
A sun show?
Like a show based off of like the sun.
Yeah.
I think one of them did like a bee show. They were all kind of gas. I'm not gonna lie, but it's also like you're essentially watching the same thing,
show.
Like over and over again. Obviously, they were different. They had different music, but it's like same concept. It gets kind of boring. My favorite 2 shows were Avon's, which was the one that won. It was like Geometrics or something. It was gas. I don't even remember what it was about, but I just remember liking it a lot. And there was a Christmas show. And I really liked it because it's unique.
Yeah,
nobody thinks to do a Christmas show over the summer or in the fall. Like
summer in July. Cool. Or Christmas in July, not summer in July.
Summer in July.
You are correct.
Yes. It was so cool to see, especially because it was good. Like it was a great show. I really enjoyed it. It's just sad to see, honestly. And I hate that for even just like marching band as a whole. I feel like we need a hard reset in marching band culture because people are starting to get too competitive on a level where like marching band, especially in high school, doesn't even seem fun anymore for some people.
I can definitely feel that sort of competitiveness sort of in like sections and stuff.
Exactly. Like it's super sad to see. I feel bad.
Yeah.
I guess I didn't know there was like so much stuff like surrounding like DCI and all that stuff.
Man,
I didn't know about this.
That's very interesting to like hear about.
It's something that you really should look into on your own time.
Don't let that deter you from doing marching band. Do it anyway. It's so fun.
You can be weird.
No,
To a certain level.
Well, to a certain level. Don't prey on children.
Don't be.
Don't prey on people.
Yeah, don't prey on people.
Just don't prey on people in general. Don't be a creep, please. Yeah. Begging you, hands together.
But can I be a weirdo?
You can be strange, but not that strange, right? Like you can still eat Fritos, but like don't go and creep on women or something.
Or men.
Or men. Yeah, actually, don't creep on anyone.
Are those good M&Ms?
Yeah, M&M's gas.
I
Yeah.
feel like we could combine to one bowl.
There's like 4 in that bowl.
And we're combining to one bowl.
And why'd you guys eat all the M&Ms?
Daniel, you had like 300
And you ate like half of them before he even got here.
They're chocolate, just like me.
There you go. For those of you who don't know, Arnez is black.
we said that already.
Well, I had to remind them in case they forgot.
Yeah, some of them might join in halfway through.
Yeah. Duh. It's a live. This is live.
Yeah.
I do have a few more topics.
We can plug your band.
Oh, right, we can talk about my band for a little bit.
From DCI scandals to Arnez.
From Arnez's band. When will the scandals come?
No!
Arnez gets draked.
No! Speaking of Drake, Kendrick dropped again yesterday.
Yeah,
Really?
he did.
Yes, he dropped again, I believe. It was yesterday.
Yep.
We gotta listen to it. When
Well,
we're filming.
a couple weeks ago, whenever this gets released. But
Yeah.
but
Happy October 2nd.
nah, Kendrick did drop again, and him performing at the Super Bowl.
Yeah, dude. Super Bowl's gonna go so hard.
He's performing at the Super Bowl?
Yeah,
Yes.
he's had that.
What were we talking? Oh, my band.
Yeah.
So,
Back to the topic.
so, I'm gonna start with the origins of this band.
Yeah.
So, my junior year of high school was the year right after COVID. So, I didn't get a second half of my freshman year or an entire sophomore year. And honestly, we could just get into my whole high school band experience. So, I've been a tuba player since 8th grade. I started out as a trumpet player in 6th grade. Then they tried switching me to trombone a couple of times. Didn't really work. 8th grade, they lied to me. They were like, we don't have enough trumpets for the incoming little 6th graders. Will anyone like to switch? And they volunteered me to switch.
They voluntold you.
They voluntold me because I sucked at trumpet. I didn't breathe. So they tried to switch me on baritone, but I kept playing everything like a partial or an octave way too low. So they kind of threw a tuba at me, and it just kind of worked. And I've just been a tuba player ever since. And it's so funny looking back on it, because then I was a short little chubby kid my freshman year of high school. And I couldn't carry a sousaphone. I was one of like 5, and I was the only freshman. And we had a sectional with a guest. We had a guy come in and give us a sectional. I almost passed out in the sectional. It was hilarious. And we weren't even marching. We were just standing in a room. Critical work. I almost quit marching band. I did quit, but my band director called my mom, and she was like,
That's crazy.
She was like, we don't want him to quit. Tell him to come back and we can figure something out. My mom came and she was like, at least go for another day and try. I was like, oh, it's like 8 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
It's like 8 o'clock in the morning during band camp. I go back. They throw me a baritone, and they were like, you can just play the tuba part until you learn how to read up the octave. I never learned how to read above the octave. I just played the tuba part on baritone my entire freshman year. Critical
That's
work.
funny.
Boom, COVID hits. Growth spurt, I get smaller.
Growth spurt, but I get small.
Growth spurt, but my body is more proportionate now.
Yeah.
So it's like I can lift things. So they gave me a tuba for the year and a half that we were away. Mind you, my band directors did not see me at all, because they still did marching band my sophomore year, but it was kind of
Optional.
yeah, it was kind of optional, so I just didn't do it. I walk into band camp first day my junior year. They freak out. I'm like 5 inches tall. they were like minds exploding. Critical work. They throw me a sousaphone, I'm gas.
Yeah.
Straight gas. That entire season, I was basically the only sousaphone. It was me and this other guy named Jerry. But Jerry didn't show up to 2 of our 3 competitions. So as FOC, I was the only sousaphone on the field. Gas. You can hear me damn near the entire time. Gas. So my junior year, Her name is Erin Johnson, one of the best band directors I've ever had. I had the same band directors from 7th grade up to around the time that I graduated.
Mm-hmm.
Our head band director my junior year, her name was Erin Johnson. A great person. She started this brass band. It was called Southside Brass. And originally I wasn't in it. It was a second semester thing. Because marching band was first semester, obviously it was in the fall. So spring semester comes around. Originally the other sousaphone, Jerry, who was in marching band with me, he was supposed to be their sousaphone player, but then he ended up dropping. He just didn't want to do it anymore. Covered for them for the rest of the semester until we had this big concert called Southside Evening of Jazz, and we had our regular jazz band, the middle school jazz bands from Raytown South and Raytown Central middle schools, and then we had Southside Brass perform. Gas. Then come my senior year, we do marching band again, we do Southside Brass again. I certified sousaphone player from the jump, mainly because I was the only sousaphone player in the school. And so it was me, and our roster was me.
It was all you.
Yeah, it was me again. It was me, Tony, who's one of our quad players here. Tony's great. He was our drum set player. Then we had this guy named Philip, this other guy named Patrick on trombone.
Dude, you think Tony would do the podcast? Anyway,
I think he
Probably would.
Yeah, I think
Tony probably would.
Yeah, I think he would. Anyway,
we had 2 saxophones. Their names were Marzell and Bryce. Bryce was on Barry. Marzell was on alto. And we had Jason and Brian on trumpet. Gas.
Brian Griffin?
No, not Brian Griffin. Our lineup, gas. We were fire. And so we get here. Me and Tony used to be roommates last year.
Yeah.
Living in Ellis. 471 East Ellis, baby. Top floor into the hall. That room, legendary. We were barely in there. And I would never forget, we were just kind of sitting there one day. We were like, damn, we miss Southside. Because it was like, the music that we played, it was more like New Orleans style, like really high jazz. Like there were a couple of songs where I rapped. It was cool. It was great. We played like Trombone Shorty, No BS Brass. Played Chameleon, but like the full version. We played what other? We played stuff like I don't even remember. It was just wild, and I remember we were just sitting there one day. We were like, "What if we just have our own band?" So
that's literally how me and Haylee became roommates.
Real.
No, that's how we got fish.
That too.
Okay. Anyway.
We were just chilling. We thought about the idea. Originally, we were gonna do like auditions, and there was like this whole process. This is first semester last year. Mm-hmm. So we did this whole process. We tried to get the band kind of just started. And Joey Stewart, love this man to death. Joey is probably my best friend
He's
right
so
now.
silly.
I love Joey. He's amazing. And
that's the clarinet guy, right?
yes.
Okay.
With the bucket
Clarinet
hat.
section leader.
Yeah,
He's
bucket
amazing.
hat.
I love that guy. He plays piano as well. Gas at piano. He was our keyboard player. Him and me arranged all of our music together. We still do. And so we tried to make it work second semester. Things kind of went downhill because like a lot of people dropped. Then I had to leave because of second semester for me was kind of jank. Mm-hmm. But I had to leave and it was like this whole thing. So we ended up dismantling the band. We get here this semester. I wanted to start this semester, but Joey wouldn't be able to be in it. I'm not doing it without my best friend. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I can't do it.
That's valid.
Can't do it without my right hand man's Joey. So we came up with this idea to start over. Me, Joey, Tony, it's us three. Mm-hmm. It's more specifically me and Joey. I'm really the one taking the lead for right now because it's like Joey's super busy. Tony has his own things going on. Mm-hmm. So I make a group chat of everyone that we talked about joining last year. Made sure that everyone who was interested is still interested. Built our roster. Joey originally was going to make this composition called Mediocre Lemonade based off of this lemonade that he made last year. It sucked. It was
mediocre.
It was not mediocre. It was ass. that lemonade was terrible. Joey, if you're listening, that lemonade sucked. I almost died.
Joey on the pod just talking about the lemonade.
That's some lemonade.
Joey's lemonade recipe on the pod.
I'm telling you, next time, okay. Me and Joey have to get on this podcast.
So down.
We're so down.
So down.
I'm down to come back.
Yep.
But I gotta have my man's Joey.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yep. Next time you can bring Joey with you. You can so bring Joey.
Yeah, we were talking about like the composition because it's an original piece made by him, and so that was gonna be like our piece because a lot of the pieces that we play, well, all of them, are like arrangements from like other bands or like pop culture. Like we have Beneath the Mask from Persona 5, Tank from Cowboy Bebop, Hit the Road Jack, like things like that. I think we have a Trombone Shorty song, a No BS Brass song, like things in that nature. It's just our own arrangements of them. But Mediocre Lemonade, completely original from Joey. He's still working on it as we speak, actually. And so we were talking, and we never came up with like a solid name. Joey wanted to go with Nezzy Wezzy and the Funky Bunch.
I would so be listening.
Okay.
That name comes from the fact that two people that I know, they're my friends, Tori and Delaney, they're the Piccolo section leaders. They came up with the nickname. The full nickname is Nezzy Wezzy Pookie Pie.
Yep, we know. We know about that somehow.
I bet y'all know.
I think you told me about that.
I think you told me.
Yeah, I believe I told you.
Yeah, and then you told me because you tell me everything.
Yeah, they call me that all the time.
That's so
I had to tell them to stop calling me that in public. They don't listen. But yeah, that was the name that Joey wanted to go with because he thought it was funny.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting here.
It is.
This is like a week and a half ago. Not even a week and a half ago. This is like last week. Just sitting here, I'm like thinking. I'm like, Mediocre Lemonade's kind of gas. I was talking to Joey, and so we decided on Mediocre Lemonade is going to be the name of our band. We have 2 trumpets, 2 trombones, 2 saxes, alto and bari. A lot of brass bands tend to have tenor and bari, but I want alto because my friend Maggie, she plays alto. My dog.
There you go.
I like Maggie.
I love Maggie. She's amazing. I love Maggie. She's great.
She has a dog.
We have
She does.
Joey on keyboard. He has his own synth. It's critical.
I have a synth.
We have
Tony. Should have been there for the concert.
Yeah, Tony, Bennett, and Matt on drum set. They're going to be rotating and
That's
doing
sick.
like auxiliary stuff whenever we do like Tank, or we're going to do this song called Brooklyn by Youngblood Brass Band. One of the best songs I've ever heard in my life. Amazing. We also have 3 vocalists, and I think we were thinking about a bass player. Maybe we might. I don't think we're gonna do a bass player. If we do a bass player, it might be we might ask like Colin or something. But our current roster, I think that's 14, 15 people.
That's solid.
It's gonna be super solid. Me and Joey, we're getting our set list together. It's gonna be amazing. And
You gotta let us know.
I got
If
you.
and when you perform. I don't want to say if. When you perform. But yeah, let us know.
All 15 of them on the podcast at once.
Listen, we'd be so down.
It's a huge interview.
Our roster is amazing. I love the people that have joined. We have a group chat. I made a group chat. We have a logo. We're getting show hoodies.
That's sick.
Oh, that is sick.
With our logos on.
You should
them.
make merch.
We are gonna make
I'll
merch.
so buy merch.
I'll buy merch.
We're so gonna
sell
make
the
merch.
lemonade recipe.
We
Sell mediocre lemonade at your show.
If I sell you my bass, can I get free merch?
I'm down.
You have to get your own bass player, but you can have the bass.
I'm actually going to buy a bass so I can learn bass.
I know bass. I just can't play it on the bass.
Real.
Like I have really small hands, but I have like the sized up bass is the bass that I have.
Ooh.
Yeah, and so if I had a smaller bass, I could play bass just fine.
I want to learn.
I could literally teach you bass.
I want to learn.
You have.
But yeah, Mediocre Lemonade coming spring 2025, baby.
Hell yeah.
So excited.
I saw you posting about ML, and I was like, what's
ML. Mediocre Lemonade. I'm gonna make the official announcement on my Instagram tomorrow, which
As you should.
As of this recording would be Friday, September 13th, which is like
Friday the 13th,
like 2 weeks ago.
Friday the 13th, baby. Like 2 weeks after this podcast drops.
Yeah.
But
Actually, no, you have to delay it now.
I'm going to delay the official announcement of my band by like 3 weeks.
Just for this podcast.
Just for this podcast episode.
Okay. I want to touch back on something you said earlier. Nothing to do with your band. It's your nickname that you brought up, the Nezzy Wezzy Pookie Pie. So, we We saw someone in public who looked like you, but they were taller than you. That was like it.
Yeah,
they looked like you, but they were taller than you.
They walked they walked the exact same way.
And she went
crazy.
She literally went, "That's not Nezzy Wezzy. That's Nez Wez Wez." It was so funny. It was so.
Dude, he looked exactly like you. It was
he did everything just like him. He was taller than you.
Yeah.
Real.
It was like
crazy.
It was like you as like a stretched out JPEG. It was crazy. It was absolutely like diabolical.
No, it's the fact that you were so serious and you're like, "That's not Nezzy Wezzy. That's Nez Wez."
It was Nez Wez Wez.
It's Nez Wez.
Oh, we should get Nez Wez on the pod.
Evil Arnez.
He can drive in here on his jet.
Dude, we still need evil Dr. Bonner.
Yeah.
We're getting Dr.
Bonner, if you're
Banner.
listening, please be our season closer.
Yeah, we're trying to get Dr. Bonner as our finale.
He's an interesting character.
Yeah.
I feel like he'd be down.
I feel like he would.
Dr. Bonner would 100% be down. He let me tell you something about Bonner. He does not like going home. He literally something he does not like going home. He gets bored very easily.
That's
He's like,
funny.
I don't want to go home. He's one of those. He's like, I don't want to go home, but I have to, so bye.
Literally
Yeah.
me over the summer.
Sort of band with Bonner.
Well, the crazy thing is, too, we invited him to our high school spring concert. He went.
Yeah.
He showed up.
Keep in mind our high school had like 50
He
people.
came to a 5th grade recorder concert.
Yeah, he went to a 5th grade recorder concert.
But he's still to this day, it was like a few months ago. He still is like, "Thanks for inviting me to your concert." He still thanks me for it. Because I'm the one that invited him.
He loves stuff like that.
Yeah, I was so happy he came and listened. Like, we took pictures with him. I gave a speech because it was our band director's last concert. And it also the seniors. It was a senior gift and like kind of a little speech for her last concert.
I tripped in front of everybody.
You did. But like in my speech, I was like, before I get started, I'd like to thank Dr. Bonner. I explained who he was. I was like, it just means a lot that you're here because we didn't tell our band director he was coming.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he walked in and she went. It was so funny because she wasn't supposed to see him. Well, my dad saved him a seat right in the front. So.
Spam. Okay, for the podcast, these guys, they gave me a really cool gift bag. It had, hold on, what did I have in here? It had a peach nectarine sparkling ice drink.
You're
Gas. The Airhead Extremes like rainbow things.
Gay bacon.
Gas.
Gay bacon.
The M&Ms were originally gonna be in it, but we wanted some too. So we showed them.
Mini M&Ms. Mini M&Ms.
Mini M&Ms.
And spam for some reason.
Yeah.
Just
Hey,
spam.
very,
you don't want
very
it, we will give
popular
it to
in the
Marty.
Himalayas.
Yeah.
Give it, you know what? No, feed this to the the dog.
To Marty.
Feed it to Marty.
Dude, I feel like Evan would be more likely to eat it than Marty.
I think Evan
Dude, I
would
could
eat it.
so see Evan like.
Evan is the type
feasting.
to pull a lady in the tram, put the spam in his mouth, and let Marty eat it at the same time.
He's so.
We lady in the tram.
We
here.
did. On the we did.
Yeah, like 5 years ago with the Twizzler.
5 years ago.
Yeah.
Outside of the Martin building.
Yeah.
5 years ago, outside of Martin. What the
We were here for homecoming.
Oh.
And it was lunch. And we
Yeah.
ate outside. And we ate Lady in the Tramp with
Yeah.
Twizzler.
We were raised here.
Real.
Real.
I can't get over spam.
It was funny.
Yeah. So be a guest on the podcast, and you can get your own can of spam.
Oh, it doesn't make a noise when I shake it.
It's
Sad.
not a maraca.
But
How about we
Does your band have a maraca player?
no.
Would you be open to a
want
maraca
one?
player?
Maybe.
I'm a very good maraca
What about
player.
a darbuga?
Oh,
A
speak-
darbuka.
here's something I forgot to mention. Mediocre Lemonade and UCM Salsa Band are going to have a combined.
Yeah,
That will
that's
be
Nelson.
It's going to
sick.
be insane.
I'm there.
Yeah.
We're going to combine for 2 of our pieces. We're going to Salsa Man is going to play one of our pieces.
What
with
will
us.
the name be? Will
We're-
it be mediocre salsa?
Like the salsa you brought. Anyway,
It's going to be cool.
We never even ate it. What do you mean?
We're going to do one of their pieces with them. They're going to do one of our pieces
That's
with us.
sick.
It's going to be
That'll be,
sick.
I'm so there.
We're going to play our combined piece with them is going to be Brooklyn, the song I was talking about earlier.
Mm-hmm.
It's by Youngblood Brass Band. And for us specifically, we're going to have 2 drum sets. And they're gonna do like a drum battle thing in the middle. So
That
it's
will
gonna
be
fucking
sick.
It's gonna be insane. It's gonna be wild, and I'm so ready for it.
dog. Speaking of drum battle, Griffin started playing Jig 2 today.
That's crazy.
Anyway,
There's a video. I just seen it. Like I've seen it at least once a
Special
day
Lazaki.
for the past like
Nice.
3 days of this guy doing Jig 2 on like a cheer tower. I'm not gonna lie. kind of sick.
I like seeing the ones where they're in like the thing that spins.
Yeah,
I like seeing that because that is like
that is
talent.
genuinely impressive.
Yeah.
The cheer tower thing is also impressive.
Yeah, J2's cool for like a high school.
It's cool for like high school. So Zach, the baseball player, my brother, he played.
Wait.
Yeah, Zach's her brother. Lore drop.
Y'all look exactly the same.
Yeah, they do. They do.
They have the
I
same
don't
like
see
speaking
it.
mannerisms.
I
too.
see
Yeah.
it.
I don't.
The only
Yeah, Zach.
You guys have the same. You guys have the same like.
Yeah.
Like everything from like the neck up looks exactly the same.
You guys also talk similarly.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have
Yeah.
like you share speaking mannerisms.
One thing that me and my siblings all do have is we have like rounded, like chubby faces.
Yeah, you guys have the exact same.
Well, I
face.
have another brother too that you don't know, but like we all have rounded
Yeah.
faces.
He looks like Zach too.
But anyway, what was it? Oh, he played quads in our high school band.
So did I.
And for 1.5 years, because Rachel quit. She didn't quit, but she couldn't play tennis anymore. But he learned jig too, and we did it. He did it here, and there was like 4 bands involved, and it was just a jig 2 battle. Just,
We were talking about mediocre lemonade and salsa band, and then
sidetrack.
What would it be salsa
jig
lemonade?
2 and tenors and whatever.
yeah, we were talking about Jig 2 and Dr. Bonner.
Dr.
We
Bonner.
were
Lore drop.
Lore drop.
What about
Lord
Dr.
drop.
Bannon?
Dr. Bonner.
And my lore drop.
If I never met Dr. Bonner, I would not be going to UCM.
Same.
Yeah?
Actually, same. I don't think I would either.
It's so interesting. I did this teaching program in high school. We had this career center right next to our school called Herndon Career Center. And it had this like separate section called Southland Caps, where like Herndon Career Center, you would spend half your day at school, either morning half or afternoon half, and then you would go to Herndon and have stuff like on the Herndon campus.
Yeah.
Southland Caps was like you go out and like you do stuff.
Yeah.
They had a teaching program. That's what got me into teaching. I decided I wanted to be a teacher second half of my junior year. I was convinced by my band directors. Senior year, did Southland Caps. Their teaching program was called Education Exploration, GAS. I spent half of my days either learning how to be a teacher or in a classroom student teaching. And during one of these days, my band director, her name is Marissa Romero, she still teaches, I think, at South Middle.
If you're listening.
Yeah, Gas. Great person. I love her. I was studying under her, and she had Dr. Bonner come in, and we were talking about like me possibly going to college and like doing marching band and stuff. Because originally I wanted to go to UMKC, but they don't have a marching band program. I was gonna go to Avila, but they don't have a band program at all.
Yeah,
I believe
they don't.
And then I was just gonna go to like Mizzou or go out of state. I met Dr. Bonner. We were talking about me like going to UCM, and it like meeting him was such a surreal experience because me and him are very similar people, and it's not just because we're both black. You know, like we are very similar people. I love Dr. Bonner. He's great, and like the way that we think and the way that we act are like very in tune with each other. We get along really well, and like I remember like we talked. Put in a great word for me, and that's how I ended up coming here. Loved it. I remember like I was one of 5 sousaphones last year. I don't know how people are gonna feel about this. There were 5 of us. I feel like I was in our top 3. Like a lot of people don't like to talk about themselves in like they don't like to brag on their abilities.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm a pretty good sousaphone player.
I can vouch that it's true.
Especially last year, I was really good. I was top 3 out of our 5.
You remember we were here for homecoming, and I don't remember. I think you guys were playing like Mo Bamba or something,
Yep.
and you came to the front, and Bonner's like, "Arnez here, he's gonna lead us through this song." And you were slaying.
Gas.
You were slaying. This before I even knew who you were. You were slaying.
It was either Mo Bamba or Industry Baby.
I think it was Mo Bamba.
I love playing.
I really think it was because that was when it was like really popular, like. And so I think, because he let like us vote, like we cheered, whatever. I think Mo Bamba was like you guys played.
Dude,
I love when we do that though. When we
Homecoming
run through it and then you keep us going. I love when we
Homecoming
do
last year was so embarrassing for me.
Homecoming last year was Homecoming gave Matt gout.
It did.
And that's a story for a different.
No.
Matt on
the pod. I played tenors last year, and we do the homecoming thing. I played tenors in high school last year and the year before. But What was I about to say?
Something about Matt.
Oh, no. It was about Zach.
Oh.
I couldn't flip the tenors up myself.
So
My arms were too short.
She would literally walk up to me and go, up. She'd walk up to me. No one adjust me and go, uppies.
Uppies.
I could be across the field. She'd go,
Uppies.
So during the national anthem, when tenors flip their drums up and do this, I couldn't do it. So Zach, because he played cymbals last year, would come from the back of the field to flip my drums up because I didn't want to ask Matt Everett or what was his name? What was his name? Tanner. Yes, or him. Tony was on the other side.
Oh.
Was it?
Yeah.
Real?
I didn't want to ask them because I felt awkward.
That's
So I didn't know them.
Uppies is hilarious.
Yeah.
It did not matter if I was on my drum major stand. She'd go, Garce, uppies.
Or will you tie my shoe?
The amount of times I tied her shoe, got her pants string unstuck from the snare drum.
Okay.
And gave her only me. That happened during concert, man. And there was like 5 people standing around her. I'm on the other side of the room, and she goes, Garce, I'm stuck. And she waited. She would not let anyone help her.
Okay, it's because everything is at my waist level.
Everything is at my
Everything's
Your whole
above
body's
your
the
waist
waist.
level. Everything's above your waist level. Let's be real here.
I get stuck on doorknobs. Like my belt loops stuck on, like the doorknobs that are like handlebars kind of. Right in my belt loop every time.
Real. Those happen that type only happens on like your worst days. That's like the peak. That's like the peak of your day. As soon as you get
Literally.
you get caught right in the doorknob, you like fall.
That wraps up our 3rd episode of the DSTL podcast. Don't forget to go follow us on Instagram at the DSTL podcast.
And follow me at Music by AZ on Instagram.
Yeah,
I post swag stuff on there.
he does. I can
It's
vouch.
so his Instagram is so slick.
Arnez will also be tagged in our post that we post.
Word.
Thank you for joining us, Arnez.
Thank you.
Posted in the baby.
Arnez will be on in the future. Maybe with Joey.
I'm 100% bringing Joey.
Yes, sir. Joey.
Baller.
Bye bye. See ya. Thank you.
I didn't stay too long.
Yeah.
All right. The national day for this episode, guys, is Name Your Car Day. All 3 of us got our cars named. My car, I drive a Toyota RAV4. My car, his name is Brittany because she's so basic.
License plate number right now.
I'll pass.
Hey, her car has a little ball stitch on the antenna. If you see it, break her windows, slash her tires.
Please don't.
Everything.
You're paying for it.
No, I'm
All right,
paying
Haley,
for it.
what's your car's name?
My car's name is Brenda, but Brenda uses they, them pronouns. Brenda was in a wreck.
Brenda's 2 colors.
Brenda is
Two-tone.
not bisexual. Biracial. I mean, hey, no shame if Brenda's bisexual.
Yeah, Daniel, what's your car's name?
My mom called it, I think, Betty.
Betty.
I think she calls all of her cars Betty. But I don't really have a name for it, but a friend of mine called it the Red Rocket, and so I think that's what its name is. That was Kenna.
It was me. I called it the Red Rocket first.
So yeah, if your car has a name, go ahead and comment on our Instagram post that lines up with this episode. And if your car doesn't have a name, go name your car and then tell us what it is.
Make sure to leave in your license plate number.
Actually, if your car doesn't have a name, you need to DM me on Instagram or the podcast, and I am going to name your car.
Actually,
Yes.
DM the DMV.
The DMV is going to name your car. It's going to give you a birth certificate and everything.
All right. Well, thank you for listening to episode 3 of the Don't Stay Too Long podcast. Make sure you tune in next week. We have 2.5. Yes, that's right. 2.5.
2.5 men? 2.5 men? No. 1 man, 1 woman, 1 half guest, a different species. What species, you may ask? Yoda? That's not a species. Nice try, though. 1 man, Evan Birdno. 1 woman, Cameron Wingate. And 1 wiener dog! Oh! That's right! 1 wiener dog named Marty.
I love Dashund.
1 wiener dog named Marty. What's Marty's last name? I'm not sure.
Gras.
Marty Gras? Mm-hmm. That's funny. I'm pretty sure Marty's last name is... Maybe it's Birdgate.
I think he's technically Cameron's dog, so I think it's Wingate.
I thought it was Watergate.
Window.
Window.
Marty Marty Window.
Evan, Cameron, if you're listening, please name Marty Window.
Bye! Don't forget, guys! Don't stay too long!
If you or a loved one is suffering from gout, you can get help. I'm not sure where, I'm not sure how. Honestly, I'm not even 100% sure what exactly gout is. It's a form of arthritis. That's about all I know. If you're struggling with gout, or think you may be, you are entitled to compensation. Not from me, but from somebody. Thank you.